Hello everyone, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So I feel we've really turned things around in our base. Things are much improved. There's still a long ways to go, but things are much better than they were, now that we got our much more strict priorities. And apparently Ashkan is starving, but he'll be fine as soon as he has some time to go and deal with things. I really do need to get a plumbed bathroom. I keep on saying that, but at some point it just actually needs to happen. How do we get igneous rock there? That's curious. Anyway, I've started setting up a little kitchen area here. It's not quite ready. I could switch them over, but I don't have power over this way yet. And we're still having a bit of trouble with our metal production. I told them to make a bunch of gold because they were bringing in the super hot gold, heating up this part of the base. But our actual petroleum generator is doing really well at keeping this area nice and keeping this battery nice and charged. It's a little annoying because it keeps on turning these on and off all the time. But anyway, we do have these Slickster larvae down here. I'm hoping they're going to help deal with the CO2 because there's a lot of CO2 around here. I'm putting in a grooming station to try to, hurry things along down here. I'm hoping they're going to be able to survive. They're right at the bottom. We had to cut off part of the room because it was too hot. They have to stay in this little part down here or they'll die. This is too cold for them to survive. But we're starting to get a decent little bit of oil down here. We also have this wall. So we gave up on our earlier attempt to deal with the wall. It was, well, people were getting badly scalded. So we retreated back to here, and now we have this area all nicely cordoned off. It is hot over here, but it's not open. That's the issue. We have this area here with a couple volcanoes, and this very, very hot obsidian over there is open due to this random igneous rock, or this random obsidian chunk, this boulder, getting in the way of the natural abyssalite walls. And so we're trying to close it off. We have this wall done. I'm starting to extend this out a little bit towards this hot area. It's like over 100 degrees. I'm thinking we might want to build something from the top and like build it all the way over to here down to this abyssalite. In fact, that's a good idea. I should go ahead and do that. So how would that look? We would need something starting like right there, and then we'll go over to that, and then straight down to here. Maybe one over, just so we don't get rid of this lake. Yeah, and they'll need to be a bit taller also. So like that. And this will give us a chance to get in here and deal with this natural gas geyser too, perhaps to see some of what this is. Also, at some point, this will be a great spot to put a what am I saying? A steam generator. We can just drop it right on top of this place, and that will power our base for us. Anyway, let's go back to full speed. It is an issue having all this CO2 down here, because this does spit out a lot of CO2. So do all these. They're making a ton of it. In fact, this should be an airflow tile, so that you can get rid of your CO2. But listen how noisy that is. This is no good. Here. So, are you able to groom these slicksters? So these guys eat 20 kilograms per cycle, which is enough for about 10 of these squares, and they've got quite a few squares to work through. They last a long time though. If they're tamed, are they gonna start consuming more? I don't know. I have these building broken notifications for this thing way down here, which, I don't know. It's another thing where a feature got in the way of this area here. This abyssalite wall should have continued. Instead, it's leaking heat out. It's a real problem. Eventually, we'll get to that neural vast later, but for now, we're just going to have a broken battery and checkpoint to deal with. How's this going? We're going to need some ladders to get across here. Technically not. They can just climb through there. But they'd probably be happy with ladders. And they will need ladders to go down. Like that. Yeah, they're starting to get a bit scalded down here. Not really. Where's the heat? They're complaining that's hot, but it's only in the 50s. Anyway. Oh, are we good? Yeah, you guys are good. So, no critters available. Apparently these are not tameable? Slicksters? Does it say anywhere? It says they're famous among breeders. You'd think that it would be good. These guys eat oxygen and produce nothing. What a horrible morph. But producing petroleum directly instead of the oil, that's quite a thing. We don't know the amount, but they need to be much hotter. Anyway, these guys are livable up from 35 to 160, and they're right at that 35 to 40 range right now. So I'm not going to worry about them. They'll just make oil for me. I'm seeing a lot of CO2 though. This is a concern. I think I'm going to start skimming some of it. So let's turn all this back on. So how much is on this wire right now? 1620. And how much is on this? 840. But some of it's off. Yeah. Ashkan, how'd you get down here? You're supposed to never be able to walk that way. You must have climbed down there. No, no, guys, what are you doing? Why would you do that? That's such a weird... Oh well. Here, let me high priority this, just to get that wall built. Or maybe not that. Like maybe we'll just bring the wall up there. I don't know. Okay, this is going good. Scalding, Gossman. Gossman, you should not be over here. Now they're trying to get all these things. Gossman, that was not a good place to stop. Get back here. We're gonna have to put you in a bed for a little bit. Get these made, please, so people stop doing stupid things. There you go. Perfect. And down below, this is all nice and set. We even have some pinch of pepper seeds down here, but unfortunately there is some pollution exposure. I'm not gonna worry about it. We can get pinch of pepper seeds from other places that need. Alright. So eventually everything's going to be the temperature of this, or at least, well, some mean between this and our area, which is too hot. We're going to need to do some cool loops somewhere. But for that, we're going to need more metal. And for that, I want a nice pool of water. where I can drop heat into. Look at this! A little swimming pool up here. That's cool. I don't think we've looked in this area before. Must have just gained access to it when we... No? I don't know. More slime lung. Yeah, we need to get our base cleaned. Excuse me, excuse me. Why are people scalding so much? Oh, this area is scalding. 47. Okay, that's the really hot area. Let's get this area also. Not yet. Let's build some tiles there, just so we don't spill water. So high priority, guys. Get this all done. I hear a whale song. It must be a sign. Alright, then we can go ahead and replace this with some rock. Nah, we spilled down there anyway. Oh well. Good. Frankie, are you stuck somewhere? No, you're good. You're good. Food is decayed. Yeah, we need to move things over to here. I need to fill this up with CO2. That's a room now, right? A really crappy room, but still, it's a room. Okay, let's put a little vent right here. And we're, this is all temporary. We're not going to use this permanently. We're going to tear it out again as soon as we get it set up right. So... Sure, we can come out there. Oh, don't want to break our doors. We have a lot more, like, native ground, like regular ground in the, in this base. Because we are using the pips to plant stuff. Which, technically, I suppose we don't need to anymore. We could go ahead and replace, like, every other step with not pip stuff. But you never know if you might want to replant. I kind of prefer leaving it this way. Anyway. So, we'll just bring it down here. And grab some of this really, really thick CO2. Look at that. This is at 2,800. I'm betting we got popped ears. No? Not yet? Then we'll need the pump, of course. We're gonna need... How are we gonna do that? Let's not go this way. Let's go across here and then down like that. Then we can get up from this ladder. And then we'll create a pump. And just plug it in to all the power we have right here. Perfect. And we'll just fill this little area up with CO2. It'll save us from having to actually plug it in. Let's start planning what we're gonna put in here. So this is the most common thing, so we'll put omelets in this one. And what other foods do we regularly eat? So we've got a bunch of lettuce that we just pick up. Occasionally we run over into this area and grab some lettuce. And it's good food. So we should store that well. Let's put that in the... Let's make both of these omelets. That's kind of our main food source. So omelets. And then over here, we'll put everything. We'll put things like meat, lettuce, the gristleberry, paku fillet, and barbecue. And then this last one can be where we put everything else. Like the bristleberries, the mushrooms, the everything else. Okay. And I'm going to set these all to be slightly high priority, so they're inclined to make the food in here. Oh, look at that. It just completely filled up with all that lettuce. Wow, maybe we should store more stuff than just that. Like, what do we have left over here? Not much. Nothing really. This can be like an overflow for everything, I suppose, at low priority. Just so we don't let food rot on the ground. More larva eggs. Okay. Well, that will definitely help. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring them down here. It'll take another like 20 cycles for them to grow, but... So, yes, we are grooming them, so eventually they will become tamed, I suppose. But Ellie is not having a fun time down here. We're gonna need to put some suits so that when people come into this area, they'll be suited up. But that can wait. Did we get him down here? Not yet. Come on, guys. High priority. And we have no research focus selected. Let's just get something more going. Yeah, get the gourmet meal preparation so we can make one of those. How's the wall going? Yeah, it's not bad. It's moving along at least. So we do have this natural gas geyser to deal with. And whatever this is, I'm trying to think of what's the best way to approach that. I might just want to build a little lock right here. So how would I do that best? Like, would this work? And then if this polluted water stays there, no, it won't work. It needs to be at least that tall. But they can't seem to get to that. Can they not walk across this? No, this jump there is too big for them. I don't want to get rid of that, so let's build another ladder right there. High priority. No, I screwed it up now. Now everything's gonna be 7s. No, leave it as 5. Another tide biome over there. Another chlorine one here. More rust. More tide. So as long as that polluted water sits there, nothing through here... Yeah, see, this is vacuum. Nothing through here will get back out. So I think we could use that as a gate. That's convenient. We'll build a ladder. What's around here? We've got some sedimentary rock, but not a lot of it, really. Got some granite. kind of a bunch of everything. Let's just go on with the granite, I think. And we'll just bring it down like that. Build a manual airlock right there. We'll need another ladder to get up onto the thing, so we can analyze it. Which we won't be able to do until we have a suit. But we can at least take a look at it. Alright. I kind of like the steam patterns, they're cool. Well, they're hot, but you know what I mean. Alright, do we have our eggs down here? Perfect. Then take them right out. And we'll wait for those to hatch. And then we'll have so much CO2 production. Like, maybe I don't... Well, not CO2 production. CO2 consumption. But I think we probably should turn on these again. I'm going to turn it on. So, enable these buildings. And we don't need to enable this. In fact, just delete. You can't. It's past there. Delete that wire. This was kind of... putting this in right here was how I noticed that we were having this problem. It kind of prompted us to build a wall. We tried a here right against this obsidian, but no, it wasn't working. We had to fall back. But now we have a nicely safely contained. Well, from one side. So I actually should build one more higher than that, and extend this up a little bit. Then we can build a wall right here. How's this going? Cramped! No! Too many eggs. Here, grab some. There's so many hatches in here. But most of the day they're happy because they're all hidden. We just need to get a few of them each time. And then they won't be cramped anymore. And they'll create a bunch of coal for us. It'll be perfect. I should change this battery up. You're only gonna go if it gets down to like nothing. And you're gonna rely on the petroleum. How did this guy get out? Somebody go get that Draco. And what's going on down here? Now we're cramped again. I'm just gonna kill a few more of these regular Dracos. And smash their eggs. These are not connected yet. So let's add that there. At a higher priority, please. Oh, look how black it is as the CO2 starts really accumulating. And why do we have polluted oxygen down there? That's no good. Whenever we go through this door, I guess, someone gets in. And that flows through our base. It'll all go through this at some point, though. Okay, there we go. We got the skimmer going. It's going to lower the CO2 level down to here, at least. And then everything that gets past it will turn into oil. But we just need to clear out the main part of our base. Okay, good. This is finished. I forgot about it. Let's add a bunch more CO2 back into the world. No. We'll just build another gas vent down here. And turn this one off. So noisy. Why are people going in here all the time? To deconstruct these, I guess. And they shouldn't need to anymore, I hope. Alright. I think this is working. I don't think anything from over here will get out, because this polluted water is occupying the tile. Here, extend this down a step and close it. We can start building from over on this side. We'll see if this area gets flooded with natural gas in a moment, I guess. What did we just make? Gas range. Does it fit in our kitchen? I can't tell. Food, gas range. It does. Perfect. It's not powered yet, but... whatever. Are these tame yet? Yes, they are, but they're glum. So they're not producing as much. So we have a happy one. So okay. So they're both tame. This one's wild. So this wild one is where's its calories? I can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't show us their calories. They don't starve to death until. So I wanted to know how soon it would be until they or like what the different rates were. But whatever. I'm just gonna assume it's more. How's this going? We still need to delete this. High priority, please. Deconstruct. High priority. There you go. Now it should all flow back down. It should all flow back down. Oh, once this is made. It might not be able to get out. It might be over pressure. Oh well. We could just let it out up here somewhere if we need to. And it will flow down. Yeah, it's immediately over pressure. I could build a high pressure gas vent. Just for a little bit. And we'll delete it after. Starting to look a little browner up here. Not as much CO2. I like it when it gets really dark. When it's full of high pressure CO2. But oh well. There we go. We're getting this all nice and emptied. Perfect. New dupes. Mirthleaf or supplying research. I don't really need another researcher. And I kind of have enough that are just carrying stuff around. I'll take the Mirthleaf. Why not? How's this going? Yeah, we got that done. Okay. And we filled this area here with natural gas, but nothing above. So that lock seems to work. Let's get the suits. It's been a long time, and I keep on saying we should get it, but we haven't been. I do need to get hydrogen here also. We don't even have an oxygen. We have not electrolyzed anything yet in this game. We're just totally reliant on algae to give us more O2. And of course converting the polluted, which has actually done pretty well for us. Cramped. These guys always end up cramped. Okay, I was gonna try to make this work better. Let's see. This seems like a good opportunity to try. So I'm going to build a storage bin right here. I'm going to, well, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Actually, we can test this. So we have a mealwood seed right here. And we have 114 mealwood seeds in our base. Now, if I say that you're not allowed to go through here, will this number? Yes, it does. Then the mealwood seed goes down. So they're no longer aware of that mealwood seed. That was my thought. The whole plan about this. We're gonna dump more of these guys out here. Now, okay, second thought. If we have this door permanently open, but access is still disabled. So 114. So even with the door open, they're still not aware of this seed over here. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, but you can go in for now. Now what I want to do is build an auto sweeper. Right there. Which we don't have the skill to use, but eventually we will. Has anyone progressed that far towards mechatronics? You need more carrying. You're working your way towards it, but you're not there yet. And we just made you unhappy. That's a shame. Trivaldo, I'm gonna give you digging, actually. Ashkan, digging. Hassan, you can have plumbing for now. Okay, so eventually we're gonna get a mechatronics person. Can anybody? I don't think so, not yet. Nisbet will be able to her next skill point, which will make her even more unhappy. But then she can build this at least. But the whole idea is we're gonna put something like that, and then we're going to spill it out. Automatic dispenser right. I'm gonna build it a bit further back. I want to make sure. Let's see, how far does that reach? That's the last point it reaches. I want to make sure that the dupes cannot put things in the automatic dispenser if they can't get through the door. Will that work, or does it need to be one higher? I think it might need to be one higher. Let's raise it up a block, and then we can just put a random tile under it. And the whole idea is that we're going to use automation, so this only turns on once a day. Or can I even do it less than that, perhaps? Let me see. Where is... Is that at Clock Center? Or do I need to... No, Clock Center will do it. So, Clock Center. Just put it right there. And then we can connect that to that. Does this need power all the time? So we... Interesting. So I could just use this as a storage area. And then eventually... But no. Well, we could do it that way also. So... If we build the no, we can't put it on top of a door. But would we need to? Because if we open that door and allow people pass through it, I don't think that's gonna work. I think we need to use a sweeper. We might test it in the future or something else, but for now, sweeping is easier for me to think of. Do I even want this to be part of the room? Because I think that might cause problems too. So we need to store it slightly outside the room. If we could put something like that, like this, we can leave the doors open so that things can get back in. But then it won't be counting towards the room's limit. Like right now, there are 5 critters in the room, and there's more eggs. Right now, if we were to store those eggs right in there, it would still count as being in the room, and these guys would still be cramped. But if we put it right there, they won't be, I think. Here, open the door. And why is this not happening? Get it all done. And kill all these pips. Alright. This may be way more complicated than I might be making this more complicated than it needs to be. But now, these should not count as part of the stable. So the stable is smaller, which is a little unfortunate. We could just make it a bit taller to get it back up to the limits. let me make sure this is gonna work first. Alright, so right now you're cramped because there are eggs here. I'm gonna say you can have... how much are each of these eggs? A Shine Nymph egg is 200 grams. So you can have Shine Nymph eggs, but no more than 1 kilogram of them. Can I do smaller than that? 0.5? No, I can't go below 1. Okay, so we're storing one kilogram of eggs in here. At very high priority. Get them. Is it happening? There we go. So that's 1. They'll get to it eventually. Oh, that needs power. I didn't realize that. I guess both of these will need power, so of course. What am I thinking? Okay, so that's 2. Are these cramped still? They're still cramped. But when we get this egg out, it should fix it. Come on, Frankie! Frankie, do this! Frankie? There we go! And then Frankie went away. Ashkan! Ashkan, you're on it. There we go. And apparently you can only store 3 in here. I would think you'd be able to store 5, but whatever. And now they're not cramped anymore because the eggs are all out of their place. And now, after making this the first priority, I can make as a other priority to crack these forever. And it shouldn't get these, right? No, it still is. Okay. How can I fix that? I was hoping that I could say fill this up first and then get rid of all the rest. But apparently they're still using this as a way to store. Wait. Like I wanted to say crack the eggs in this room, perhaps. And I could put another storage up here that would be the overflow. But that's not going to work. No. No, this was all waste. Never mind. Here, get rid of all of it. Well, leave those. Leave those. Did we ruin the room? No, it's still at 96. And now don't make them forever. We'll just make them from time to time. Yeah, well, my idea didn't work. I guess perhaps we could put it in here, except for that requires... Well, they'll pop eventually. You know, I think it still would work. Doing it that way. Whatever, I don't want to think about it now. I'll work it out sometime in the future. There we go. Let's see. Where do we want to do the work? Probably down here would be good. Well, if it's that small, just... Okay, we need more gold. Or more iron, perhaps. Not forever, just for a decent while. How's this going? Not that. This. Yeah, it looks good. Starting to get something going here. We have so much slime lung, I know. It feels like this was a much larger undertaking than it should have been. Purely because I made it more difficult for myself. Oh well. It seems like we're still having quite a bit of CO2, even though we're scrubbing, like, constantly. Need more crude oil. So you're tame and groomed and happy. And... only 120 kilocalories per cycle is what you go through. Oh well. Printables. Bunch of iron. That's exactly what I said I needed. Ah, these. I keep thinking I should just separate these into two different ranches, but I don't really want to bother. We've got a lot of reed fiber already, don't we? Maybe not. Where would I find that? You only have 10. That's not that much, even. We got 48,000 lumber. But when they're cramped, the reproduction rate goes all the way down. Although, to be honest, I don't need them to reproduce. I need them to get sheared more. And the metabolism issue is more of a problem. I don't mind them being cramped. I don't need more. That's what the pips are for. Pips give me the eggs. Let me raise this priority a little bit so they're more likely to get to them. And then should we do a little bit of electrolyzing? Just a little bit. Because I think we need some hydrogen in this room. Yeah. So we're not going to set up like a real system here. This is just going to be a little makeshift thing. It needs a real door. And this is just gonna be just one electrolyzer and a gas pump. It doesn't even need to be that big. We'll just make it like this. So one electrolyzer. and the gas pump. And we'll just put a little wheel next to it. And some conductive wire. And this did get fixed. That's good. Get rid of that tile. And we'll bring some... wait. This is salt water. We need to desalinize it first. So get a little desalinator. Can I flip it? Yeah. Okay. Kinda doesn't help. But that's okay. And just run this up like that. And then this will go over here. And we have a vent, which will come out and get filtered. And then we'll drop out the oxygen and we'll send the hydrogen somewhere else. Down to here. Alright. Oh, and we'll need a gas vent right there. This area doesn't have very good oxygen anyway, so it's not terrible to get it nicely topped off. Okay, let's make this a slight priority. Should be fast. Oh, we never got this. Just need to reveal another step or two. This should do it. That will tell us what it is. I'm very curious. Get it first. There's another one right there. Ooh. Should we go through the abyssalite and get it? I think we're gonna have to go through abyssalite to get to it. Either way. It's cool in there. It's a vent of some sort. So is this. Hydrogen vent. Oh! Interesting! Okay. It's dormant, so we might... Well... Actually, this is natural gas, so that's not gonna work. But go ahead and expose it. Just pure hydrogen in a vent? I mean, that's like really easy power. Okay. Natural gas, at least, we have to worry about, like, what to do with the extra water. Anyway. Okay, this is good. Oops, not that. We can build this going down like this. And eventually all the way over to there. And then down the ladder. So you can prioritize this also. Everything can be prioritized. Yep, just a regular... Now, don't analyze it now, it's too hot down here. Wait till you get a suit. Which I should pay attention to. This forge. Make that, please. You're making some iron. I was gonna look for a little pool of water to heat up. somewhere. How would a glossy Dreco end up there? I mean, one that's already been sheared. Like, let alone how would it end up out of here, but how would it get there? Wrangle it up. Probably we must have been trying to wrangle it and bring it here, and then, like, it got to the end of the day or something. Like, they're not gonna put it here. So maybe not. Let's let it live alone out here for a while. It can find its way to this mealwood in time. Very, very slowly. Like we got 8 reed fibers right there. We just have to go in and get to them. Alright. Slicksters, I am disappointed. You're just not doing all the things I was hoping you'd do. I wanted you to deal with this entire situation here. I mean, in fairness, the petroleum generator makes a lot of CO2. And so does these, but it feels like we're losing ground. Yeah, let's make another few of these. We need to refill this at some point too. But that can wait. What do we do for what do we do for the piping? We can just bring that up like that. And then like this. There. That'll do. Should all be reachable, I think. Maybe this one might be a trouble. But once they get that, they should be able to build that. And I know I have a bunch of oxygen right here, but it's not getting in up through there. Ooh, these are unreachable. That's a thing. Yeah, we'll need to get some of that going. And this is gonna have trouble, won't it? Okay, deconstruct that. We'll put a high pressure one there. That is one thing about our base. It might not be that good on oxygen, but it is damn pressured. Hey, this came back up. Good. Starting to fill up some water down here. Alright. So we'll need... that's 480. I'm just gonna bring this across out of laziness. And then we can make some suits. It outputs hydrogen at 500 degrees. That's potentially an issue. I didn't realize it would be that hot. I mean, I think the hydrogen generator just destroys all the heat anyway, but that's awfully hot. get some more research. And you can stop this. Don't do that. I'm not gonna take this anymore. Like, we need to do that with the pips, because otherwise we'd be eating all their eggs. I never messed much with transit tubes. It's kind of not been a thing. Let's go ahead and just keep finishing these up. Maybe go for a plastic manufacturer. Then we can have get some use out of these slickers beyond just the CO2, which they're not doing very well. I could go grab more of these guys. But it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Okay, skills. None of the new people have skills. Okay, this wall's coming along nicely. Keeping our base nice and coolish. Hey, a bunch of plastic. I'll take it. Almost enough for a steam thing, right? That needs 1200, right? It also needs steel. No, it only needs 200 plastic. It needs 800 of some metal though. And we want this to be of steel, probably. So... yeah, I forgot. At one point I was looking around for some water we could use. This is at 31. You guys should get these. And yeah, let's go ahead and wrangle these guys. Because they're so angry right now. Then we'll use this pool of water for some production. Those lovely sounds of this door going open and shut. Cramped? Really? You've only got six in here. How big is the room? It's 86 tiles. We could maybe make a few more spaces by getting rid of that. Here, high priority. Like, they should not be cramped. Or did one of them lay an egg, perhaps? Yeah, we have 5 larva eggs. Okay, that's why they're unhappy. Let's crack a couple. So crack 2 larva eggs, please. I mean, in theory, I could just move them, like, over to here or something. Or down below. You know, that's a thought. That's a good thought. I like that. Never mind. Don't do that. we'll just put them down here. And this is even hotter. This whole base is getting quite hot though, because all of it generates heat as it goes. But that's okay. Come on, guys. Did I say, yeah, you can still go in here. I was worried about oil getting out, but we're just not producing oil fast enough. Alright. And now bring the eggs down. And this will count as a different room from that one. So they shouldn't be cramped anymore. Although this room is less nice. We didn't give it a nice big tall ceiling. Like this is 92 tiles. Actually, this room's okay. It's warmed up enough we can get rid of those doors. And then it'll be 96 again. Come on, get the eggs. All right, this worked out well. And now let's just extend this down. I guess we could let you in this way now. Or, wrong way. Okay, this is why I said don't come this way, Rowan. Okay, get that one first. Why did they not do the storage bin? Ashkan's doing it. Okay. He's dropping them on the way. Okay, who's scalding? Meep, are you stuck? Meep. Yeah, you're stuck. Almost. Meep, get out of there. Move. Meep, you can get out of there. Why can't he get out? He can't get down to that. He can't drop to it. Get rid of that tile as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Meep. Okay, I'm gonna let Meep build. Where are you? Meep. Build. Nope, nope. Now you're getting out of there. Move. You still can't get down? Build a ladder. Meep, build the ladder. At least he's not dying. He's just very hurt. Now can you go? Yes. There you go. I swear, Meep. You're giving me troubles. I said you can go through the door that way. Wait, what are you trying to do? Get in bed. He's trying to carry some food around. Good man. Okay, does this even work? Like, it doesn't seem to be doing anything yet. I have to to plug this in. My bad. And I didn't plug that in either. And this needs to be told that's looking for hydrogen. Yeah, we just made this a vacuum, didn't we? No, it's CO2. Why is it pipe blocked? Oh, because this isn't knowing what to do. Because no, it doesn't have power. Okay. And I guess we should build a little battery, just so that they can not have to run it all day. Hassan, you think you're doing something, but you are not. We did get some water in here, so that's for the good at least. There you go. Now you're doing something. Go ahead and try running on the wheel for a bit. What is that sound? It's this guy. Puffed Prince. He's just eating my oxygen up. Did these get moved? One of them did. The others are all over the place. Nobody seems to like really care about storing. I need to give somebody a top priority storing. Just because it seems important. Lindsay, that's not your job when you're not busy ranching. I kinda don't want you to be that person. Who is not too important? Meep. Yeah, Meep. You're focused on storing then. We'll let you get by for today, though. Slacker. Finish up the wall. There we go. As soon as this is complete, this entire section will be quarantined by abyssalite, wall, and more abyssalite. Eventually they'll get through our wall. I mean, the wall isn't that useful, but it'll help. It'll, you know, be a bit of use. It probably isn't good that I've got this water here, transferring heat into my wall, but whatever. It'll slow things down. Alright, so I was going to clear this area out a bit. Let's just make some room. And we'll put a metal refinery right here. And it will need a vent and a the whole idea is we're going to be grabbing water from doing this to that. This is really messy, but whatever. And it'll take a while for it to heat up enough. But to the point where it's causing problems. Okay, we'll need to get some power, so we'll run the wheel, as per usual. Here, I'll give you a jumbo battery, because I want this one to go a little longer. Because it does need 1200. And this is going to be its own supply too. I'm going to make... Well... I know this is going to overload the circuit, but I don't really want to run all that conductive down there. We can just repair this occasionally. Maybe that'll help. So the 1200 won't be going through this part. And go ahead and sweep all this up so we're not underwater. And your job is to make some steel. But we don't have any lime or refined carbon. Okay, refined carbon. We can make that in a kiln just right next to us. Maybe a couple. And we already have a rock pressure. So we can make this like infinite lime right here. Curative tablets, or pufflet, or a dude. Cannot build. To be fair, we're not letting most of them build, but I'll take the tablets. Oh, I needed to tell that to put a high pressure. Needs more refined metal. I know! This is a problem. There, make some gold. And we still need to deal with this at some point. Because I'm not grabbing 600 degree gold and throwing it into my base. That would be bad. Yeah, when this goes dormant again, we'll get a nicer setup. How's this going? Looks like it was going a little bit. So got some water. That's worth checking. So the water's going in at 66 and it's coming out at 64. Probably 66 also. It just has had some time to lose some heat. It's coming in here. It's getting water at 27 degrees. That can't be right. I guess it cooled down a lot going through there, but whatever. And it's creating gas at 25 degrees. I don't know how it works. There we go. Now, come on. Just get me a little bit more gold, please. Ah, here we go. We're starting to make some progress against the CO2 with all these skimmers. Seems like the sieve is keeping up with them. We might just need more water in general in the system. But whatever. Did we get these moved down here? We did, finally. We'll let them hatch down here. They lost a bit of viability from this, but it's not a big deal. And you guys aren't cramped anymore, you're just unhappy. But whatevs. We all have problems. So this area in here is pretty hot also, around this natural gas geyser. I mean, it's not like the thousands down here, but it's not nothing. Our base is so noisy. But we're keeping nicely ahead in omelets, so it's all for the good. Okay, Nisbet, you're our first mechatronics engineer. Congrats. Ashkan, better digging. Hassan, you're gonna start moving down that same path of tinkering. And nobody else is moving. Meep, you can get something. Meep. You're spending all your time walking around. I'm gonna go ahead and move you down this path first. Like, Meep's my guy that walks, that does most of my supplying. Okay. Rowan, you have some room, but I don't trust that it's gonna stay. I think you got like a barbecue or something, and that made you happy. But you'll get back to your omelets soon. Everyone else is around 12, 11, 12. I guess I could probably give him like one thing. But I think he's fine for now. These people have still have some room to grow. Like, I don't even know what to do with this. I'm gonna make this super low priority. And eventually a bunch of them will die, and they might be able to at least self-sustain. Can we make that yet? No. Still need just a little bit more gold. Yeah, punch that machine. Punch it! Circuit overloaded. Yeah, now that they have this, this was always just supposed to be out of conductive. Okay. Oh, look at the little poke shell spawn. That's fine. Is this ready to go? We need some refined carbon. Let's just make, say, 20 of each. You can make some iron ore. Look at all this water weed up here. Nice. We're gonna get some good lettuce from this. Alright, can we make this yet? Yes. Perfect. Let's get that hydrogen flowing. Super high priority. All this steam, all this wasted power. Pips are good. You're down a critter. Well, when this one finishes, you'll be the priority, right? That's 3. This is 7. So yeah, you'll get your other pip back. There should be a ton of eggshells out there. Look, I mean, look at this. We've really focused on eggshells. Okay, we got 16 hatches now. There's a reason we got so much coal. 11 tons. Is this going? Not yet. But it did go for a bit. It made some refined carbon. Good. I'm gonna say make steel forever also. How's the temperature? Can't tell. Whatever. Why are you running on the wheel? You should never be running on that wheel. Just get rid of that wheel entirely. I don't even know what it connects to. Just these? This should always be maxed. I guess there's no battery in here, so they don't know that it's maxed. Okay, we still don't have enough gold to make this work. Looks like we're starting to see some of the carbon go away, so that's gonna stop using as much power. Soon-ish. And we're starting to get some hydrogen in here. What temperature is this oxygen at? It's oxygen at 25.7. That's not bad. So it emits, it doesn't say the speed, the heat, but I bet it has to do with the incoming water. It should be hotter, like a lot hotter. How's this going? This is the edge of the world. Can we see the neutronium? Yeah, there it is right there. We have both sides? No, we haven't found the edge of the world over here yet. And we haven't found the ground, haven't found space yet. I like how you can be this far out and still see what's going on your base. That's cool. I want to go for that. I could just grab hydrogen from here, I suppose. Oh well. Okay, extend this, and we're just gonna push right through. See what we find over there. I'll get to it eventually. We're gonna lose a little bit of hydrogen to the base. It kind of can't be helped. But when I see that this is mostly full up, the top two, at least the top one, then I'll go ahead and turn off the hydrogen. Keep going with the research. No reason to stop. So what I could do is just grab every single egg I get from these guys and like drop it down here, and then that would be like another area that we could eventually we could potentially, like, keep on wrangling one and know to resupply this eventually. But again, it's no help to have these grown guys. I don't even know why I'm bothering, because they don't give you meat or anything. The virtue would have been having better egg production. I guess we're getting eggshell production from this. But we should never have bothered to tame them. It's not helping at all. Anyway. How's this going? Do we have any steel yet? No. Still no steel. Needs more iron. New printables. Some coal, some oxyferns. And I don't really want any new people yet. Let's just take the coal. So noisy. It's so fast though, really. It just needs people to come by and drop stuff in. Why is nobody doing this? Oh well. We just keep getting these random tamed Drekos getting out. Eh. Starting to get some hydrogen. But cramped means they don't produce, but they're still happy. So they're producing more. Their reproduction rate's up, but I don't care about that. What I care about is their scale growth. And right now it's getting nothing. It's not insufficient. Hydrogen, I guess. Like you are, so your scale growth is 13%, because you're in hydrogen. But we need to get more hydrogen. How's this doing? It's still a lot of CO2. We're clearing out a little bit of a void there from these. And these will eventually make more eggs, right? Soon. How's this going? Any luck yet? Seems like nobody's getting to it in time. Now we got some iron, so we can, in theory, make some steel. I need to replace some of this wire with oh, we do have some steel. We got 200. Nice. Keep making more, please. And replace all this. Like, because we're running out of the water down here that we need. I could have put like a thing down there, but that'd be adding a lot of heat to our base. We do have water down here. Not as much as I was expecting. I think that these must not produce as much water. The natural gas generators make a ton of water. We do have water here, but again, it's very hot. Looks like we might have made some more steel. Why am I not seeing steel show up as a refined metal? Is it an industrial ingredient? No, it's a manufactured material. There we go. 300 steel. How are we doing on this thing over here? Ah, it's another hydrogen vent. Okay. So potentially some nice power over on this side of the world. Looks like there's another swamp biome down, or actually probably this is just overflow from there. This one is dormant, but again, we need suits. I can just do that now, probably. Nah. Let's leave this. We'll leave this gas pipe in place. Once we finish this, we'll just switch over to oxygen instead, and then we can put some suits right there. So we'll need a checkpoint and a couple docked suits. That used steel. I don't need these to be steel. We'll make them out of regular metal later, once we have more regular metal. This is still the amount of hatches in here. Needs more iron. And more power, apparently. Alright. They seem to be going over here anyway, just to make the rest of them happy. So they're not as overcrowded. Oh well. I'm still not quite seeing hydrogen all the way across the top. As soon as we get that, then I can turn it off. But we're not quite there. And I would love to tune this, but it doesn't seem worth it at the moment. It feels like we have more power than we have more lumber, certainly, than we have metal. And we didn't see anything down here, right? We can keep extending this, though. Just go ahead and see what's about. These are probably just regular volcanoes. Like these. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this way. This will just add more salt water down here over time. And we'll see what's over in this side of the world. I'm getting the inability to scroll any further than here, so I'm assuming that this is the edge of the world, but we'll see exactly what the interface looks like. There's a bunch of iron right there. I can just grab it. But actually, I don't think iron is the issue. It's... Why is there damage here? It's outputting at 67. It shouldn't be enough to damage. Or it's the wire that's damaged, probably. Yeah, well... What can you do? Okay, there's the edge of the world. We do have an oil reservoir, so we'll have infinite oil, even without our slicksters. And anything else revealed? No, not at the moment. Probably could use some more O2 generation. How's this doing? It looks good. Looks like it's full across the top. Let's go ahead and take away this vent. Yeah, we'll just vent it right here instead with the normal vent. That's really weird that this is suddenly going backwards into the filter. Like, I thought we would have to make this. Maybe it's just accumulating right there. There's so little hydrogen. I kind of think it doesn't matter that much. So yeah, we'll just, we'll grab some oxygen. And just at the very front of it, there's going to be a step of hydrogen. And we'll run it into our pipes over here. To our suits right there. You know, you're making me a little nervous. I'm gonna wrangle you. Get you out of here. Steel's up to 400. What's the number we're looking for? We want enough steel to make a steel steam turbine. That's 800. Circuit getting overloaded. Yeah. It's fine. New printables. Some mushrooms. Or a dude. Building. Supplying. I'll take the mushrooms. You know, in hindsight, we could have just used this pool right here. But whatever. Look at them. They're all really angry. Because there's like a pinch row in there. Here, let's get rid of that. How are we doing on this circuit? It's a little messy on that side, but I think no, we're still pretty messy. Not that I really understand how it works. I think there's kind of like a lie. Like, it really is like this. There's little packets of electricity that just go infinitely fast towards their destination. So I think it's okay to have this bit here, which holds 2,000, and then have this bit, which will overload if it's over 1,000, and this bit, which will overload if it's over 1,000. As long as each side doesn't go over 1,000, I don't think the entire circuit will. Which is weird. I don't really get that, but I kind of understand how I can see that being the way it's programmed. I guess I should say. Out of water. Yeah. And now we're getting these are starting to refill, which is perfect. Now we can start getting more reed fiber and plastic from them. Unfortunately, there's no oxygen in here anymore. It's all CO2. And a bit of hydrogen at the top. Oh well. Not my problem. More and more slime though. It's for when they come over here, I'm assuming. Let's get some more deodorizers in this place. I hate seeing starvation always keep popping up. It's really frustrating. When there's, 150,000 kilocalories of food and you just haven't gotten to it yet. You're not really starving. I'm wondering if maybe if I put like a free time in the middle, a downtime in the middle of their day, they could go and get food or something. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put so, and the other guy's off time? Well, that's a bad idea. The whole point of having it offset is so we don't have to have the same utilities in use all the time. So maybe like right there, and I hate to do it during the morning. Maybe right there. Just so they have an extra time to get some food in them. We'll see if that helps. More eggs. Yeah, they are making eggs pretty quick. That's so noisy. Circuit overloaded. I know. But this kind of calls the lie to what I was just saying. Alright, I think I will go ahead and take a break here. We're not quite at the 2-hour mark, so we're making progress, I think we've made a lot of progress in our base also. We have this all nicely set up and working. We got our wall complete. We found a few new vents with really hot hydrogen in them, which, will help with power. Like this entire segment of the base, this section, is going to have natural gas geysers and 2 hydrogen vents. I mean, that's just ridiculous. We're going to have oodles and oodles of power over here. And we've explored a bit more of the base, more of the asteroid. We got some steel production going, if not entirely the way we want to. We got our Drecos working well, to an extent. Still not giving them bathrooms yet. They have to earn that privilege. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Until next time.